Hello, how are you? This is Jelly Bling, and I have another project using Reindeer Fun. Is that just the cutest? So this is an Avid Stamper project, which means I'm going to make 3 different cards, the best that I know how, using the bundle Reindeer Fun. And if you buy the bundle through me between now and October 30th, I will send you the card kits for free. So the first card was right here. And this is a prior video, so you could see this one too. And you'll have everything you need to make the project, all the papers and the embellishments. And you could use your bundle to cut out the shapes and do the stamping. So we'll be using Reindeer Fun Bundle, and then also Peaceful Season. And if I can do it for you other than stamping, I'll do everything that I can, which means cutting out many of these dies. So I'll show you what the kit looks like and we'll put it together. So here is the kit. We'll do that in just a minute, but let me show you some of the products that go into the kit. So we will use the Pool Party pom-pom ribbon, striped trim, or what do they call it? Striped trim, just a little bit of that. Faceted gems, we'll use 3 of those, and I'll put those in your kit. And this card, doing the 2 die cut pieces, and I'll show you that in just a minute, because you're probably like, what are you talking about? It was inspired from, she's an artisan. I probably should have practiced this before. Maes Wari. I have it right here. I wrote it down proper, but I just don't know how to pronounce it. And I'll put all the paper cut sizes in the video description. If you would like these 3 card packs for free, if you can, use this host code, and I'll put that in the video description too. This is the bundle number. That will be in the video description, and order it by October 30th, because October 31st, I will be putting the kits together, and it takes me usually 2 days to get them out in the mail. We'll be using, I think this is called Traditional Sentimental Christmas for the Pecan Pie Snowflakes paper. This is Nests of Winter, and that is for the snow paper. Snow paper, is it? For this paper right here. For the middle layer of the card. And then also Berry Burst, I think this is Old Olive and White Glimmer paper. Old Olive, that kind of looks like Granny Apple. Okay, so this is what you'll get in the mail. So let's see what's here. There is for stamping. So let's stamp, since that's first on top, let's stamp the Mama Deer and Baby, and then the 2 bell gathering of bells. One for here and one for here. So we'll do it with Memento, because we're going to color it in with the blends. And it doesn't have to be those colors. Any colors you have are good. And in your bundle, you have dies to cut all this out. Convenient. And 2 of these. There's one on the middle layer and one on the card inside. And that's it. Okay, so there are, all these things mean something. There are dies to cut these out, to cut out the bells and the Mama and Baby. They're right here. If you're like, wait a minute, how'd you color that? We'll color the inside one in just a minute. And then we'll color one of the bells in just a few minutes. Okay, so let's see about building this. So this glimmer paper, very pretty. Here is the die. And originally I was going to put it here, and that's a whole lot of snow going on. But then I looked around online and I saw the artisan. I should be better about her name. It's a long name. And she put one right down here, a die cut. The same paper, put another one right over there. You're like, well, one is going to look upside down. But when you look at it here, it's fine. It just looks like the tree trunk. In here, the leaves are just kind of flowing down. And then here, it's a tree trunk and then flowing up. I think it works just fine. One regret, and something I'm going to do a little bit different on today's project, is I think the snowflakes and the reindeer are very similar in color, which works. But I'm going to try to use the Pool Party blending brush to add a little bit of deeper color to the background to make the two deer stand out better. Okay, so I'm going to run this through. And here's what it looks like. That will do just fine, huh? And you might need to run it through back and forth a few times, just because the glimmer paper tends to be a little bit thicker, and I want to make sure you get a good cut. And if you have one side, like on the sample card, underneath the word Christmas, it didn't cut out very well there. And I tore the paper a little bit, but I knew I was going to put the swoosh of Pool Party pom-pom ribbon, and I just used the ribbon to my benefit to cover that area up. I guess I could have done these before. So the next step is to take the blending brush and add a little bit of Pool Party to these white snowflakes on the designer paper. And in your kit, I have the card and it looks like it's assembled, but I used temporary adhesive just to hold the pieces in place, because sometimes, like, the white layer of paper was very similar to the same size you need for stamping your images on. And so if I put it in place, then that eliminates any confusion. And got the last one. So this piece right here, it's hanging on barely. I hold the corners and give it a twist. The adhesive is right on it. Look how cute that is. And it's temporary, so you could just take the adhesive off. And I'm doing that only because I know I'm going to set the paper onto my scratch paper to do the blending brush, and I don't want it to stick. Okay, so Pool Party, click, blending brush, and I'm not sure how this is going to work out, so I'm just going to try it. I don't think that muddies the paper too much, but I think it's going to make the reindeer stand out a little better. I think the reindeer gets lost when it's just plain white. Okay, more of that. And maybe not real heavy, but just some. So this weekend, I think I'm coming down with a cold. Oh, I went out in September and I got my shots, but I was fine Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and just now I'm starting to feel just a little bit. I don't like it. I thought getting the shots would make it so I don't get anything. Excuse me. But maybe this is the worst of it. Ooh, that's a little bit brighter Pool Party than I thought. Let's see how it's going to look. Oh, that's fine. It just makes it look a little bit more distant night-like. Okay, see, that paper is just so cute. So the card is like 3 panels. So you have the top, you have the middle, and then you have the inside. And to do that, it's just standard card size, but this middle piece right here of pecan pie, this piece right here, I cut it just like normal, and then I took off just a little sliver on the inside. And I did that only because if I didn't, there would be like a 1/16 of an inch hanging out over here, and I wanted it flush. So I cut off. I just want to show you what a small amount I cut off. That's how much I cut off. Not much at all, but it makes all the difference. So after the card was folded in half, here I could show you. I've had a few people already get this bundle, so I know I'll be making a few kits. So this will be someone's kit. So there's that one. Then there's a second one. Okay, so if you didn't do the trimming, this is how it would work out. And that's not terrible, but see, it's pushed in as far as I could push in. But see how there's just a little bit of a gap right there? And I don't want that. So if you just trim it, put it on your paper cutter, and cut off just a bit here, it will sit inside perfectly. Okay, back to where we were. This could just get stuck on because this is on. I'm going to put this on the top, but using dimensionals. Oh, my dimensionals are covered with markers. These are all the markers. You're like, that many markers? It doesn't look like it. So because this piece is a little bit flexible, the die cut made it, it's not fragile, just flexible. I'm going to use more dimensionals than I normally might, just because I don't want it dipping in the middle on the sides. I might even put a few little ones right here. Okay, let's see how this looks with the pool party. Okay, and where is Mama and Baby? Yeah, I think that stands out a little bit better. This one looks more nighttime sky-like. This is a little bit fresher, and the snowflake looks fresher, but I think that Bambi and Baby stand out better on this one. Okay, so let's do the ribbon. Nothing fancy there. It's just a few swooshes of ribbon across the bottom, probably where my fingers are, do it to the inside of that. I don't think the adhesive wants to go on the glitter paper. Okay, that's fine. I'll use this thing. That's loaded up with my temporary adhesive. Okay, so the adhesive is right here to about here, so maybe an inch, and it is a 1/2 inch from the outside edges in. So in the little kit, we have ribbon. So I'll just lay this down. Give you a little more than you need, so I'll trim that. Is that ribbon just the cutest? Those little pom-poms. Okay, then the mama and baby go on. Oh, did you notice there's little detailing in the baby deer? I'll leave it right here. Baby deer has little spots, which we'll use the pearlized effects with, but it is just the cutest thing. Maybe some little ones on their feet. Tiny little ones. Okay, so that will go right here. And I purposely want their feet in the ribbon just so that they stand out. Just a minute, excuse me. Okay, then in here, the word Christmas. So this is a die cut from Peaceful Season. Isn't that nice? Well, everything's going to have to come out. So to attach this, I will use my liquid glue and attach half of it, let it dry, and then I'll attach the second half. And that's just because it's a little sticky and cumbersome to work with the whole thing full of glue. And I'm looking at it and I think that right there is a good bending point. So I could bend it, pick it up, and put the rest of the glue on. Just making sure it fits. While it's still wet, I could still adjust it. Okay, that'll be good. Dry. Okay, we could put the gems on. The gems, did you even notice those? These right here, they're called faceted gems, and it's called Trio of Color, or Trio Faceted Gems. I'm like, I see only two. I see white and Pool Party. But there is like a smoky slate color. Let's see if I can put this on something white so you can see all the colors in there. So there's Pool Party, Smoky Slate, and the white. We're using just the Pool Party. And I think they're already in the kit. So there they are. These right here. So what do you think about the Pool Party blending brush in the background? I thought I like it. Sometimes when I look back at it, it's like, I don't know. Well, if you have your kit, you could decide what you like. Like maybe you could test it out in the bottom corner. See if you like it or not. Three faceted gems. Okay. So where is our Christmas? So now that that's dried, I will pick this up, put glue on the other half of the words, and attach it to the card front. Okay. There, that looks good. Okay, so that is just going to be stuck right here. And I noticed that this ribbon right down here is kind of popping up, but that's just because there's adhesive only on the designer paper and the glimmer paper. So I'll put a glue dot right there, maybe one over here. Just to kind of hold the ribbon in place. Okay, so this gets stuck down. Now I'll probably put some, like maybe a block on it or something to hold it down, because that ribbon is kind of fluffy. So I'll go right here. Is that just the cutest? Well, this time I put my reindeer down a little bit lower. That's okay. Unless I could pull it up. I put a lot of dimensionals on it. Come on. Come on, little ones. My faceted gem has to go up then. Okay. So that could go right there. And let's work on the middle, and then I'll put some, maybe some stamps on this to hold it in place. Okay, so this middle piece gets Christmas is better together. Is that just cute and perfect for this card? And I'll stamp that in pecan pie. I kept on trying to throw spruce into here and cherry cobbler. I was like, no, keep it a little monochromatic. Okay, then time to color some of those berries. These are done. So I'm going to use wild wheat and cherry cobbler, just a little bit of color. So wild wheat is going to go wherever the shadows might be. This is dark, wild wheat dark. Two layers of color is always best. And I'll hold this up. Not that it's hard to do, but if you haven't done the blending before, if I hold it up every once in a while, you're like, oh, that helps. And now I'll do wild wheat light and just fill in the rest of it. And I'm not sure what this, I think it's ribbon connecting to the bells, but I'm not sure. Okay, Cherry Cobbler Dark. And then Cherry Cobbler Light to finish it off. This is a brand new marker. Oh, it's the other side. The Cherry Cobbler Dark is brand new. So the fine tip is really nice. That's okay. I usually use the bullet tip anyhow. I don't know why. Okay. So this originally was in here just plain, on dimensionals. Then it was like, need something more. So I put the bells on there. It's like, oh, it needs something more. Excuse me. So I'll show you each step, and you'll say more. More, it needs more. And I'm purposely not putting them on the lower part because I know I had to tuck stuff up underneath there. Oh, I did put them on the lower part. Okay, that's okay. I have a gap in it. Okay, so this is how it started. It's like, well, that's kind of boring. So then this went on. Just like that. I was like, okay, that's better. But it needs the ribbon, don't you think? I need to stick that down, maybe a glue dot. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so to do the ribbon, I have these two pieces here. They're not long at all. I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle just to hold the fold. Hold the fold. Like that. And the same with this one. And this one is just so delicate and dainty. You can hardly... It's very almost transparent. Okay, so that is folded. This is folded. I'm just looking at where the ends, the tails are. Oh, I have my ends going two different directions. There, that seems better. And I'm looking at where the ends are. They're a little bit staggered. I don't want them all the same length. So now I'll stick these together with another glue dot. And then glue dot there. This is like a glue dot sandwich. And now I want it to be sticking out just a little bit below the bells. Now you know why I didn't want to put dimensionals on the bottom part of the label. Okay. Hold on. See, I can't get you sick over the internet. Yay! Okay, so that looks good. This is ready to be attached to the inside of the card. You know, I'm not sure if I like the pool party back there. Yes, it does make their deer stand out a little bit, but I don't know. In the comments, let me know what you think. I'll put them up side by side so you can really see the difference. That's kind of like a diamond board. It needs more glue dots. That's the glue dot sandwich ribbon page. There, is that better? That's better. Okay, so this page is now done. So the deer Pearlized Effects. This comes in a 3-pack with red, white, and black. There's another pack that comes with metallics, but I'm going to use this for the little dots on the reindeer. I have to give it time to dry. I probably should have done it earlier. So what's really nice about this is you could get tiny little dots. I'm going to try to do two rows of dots, and after I get it started, without squeezing too much, I'm going to put on these other dots. And it's okay if they're not perfectly in line, because that's what Mother Nature does. Just like that. Can you see them? When I take a picture for my blog, I'll make sure that make sure you could really see them. Okay, so that's going to dry. This is done. So the inside, let's work on that. Oh, we haven't even put the card together yet. And this can dry. Okay, so for the inside, a blending brush. Yeah, we have a little coloring to do. Give it a twist. Pool party at the top and the bottom. And it's okay if it's not perfectly smooth. The top has to drift a little bit lower than the bottom, just because we're going to put the word label up there, and it's nice if it's a little bit big at the top, so the word label kind of stands out a bit. Okay, that's good. Now with Memento, I'm going to stamp the deer, the prancing deer, and the trees. And the trees. Okay, done with Memento. Oh, hold on again. Okay, and the word label. So on this card, on the front, I have Christmas. So that's great. I just don't want to get ink all over. I don't know how I did that. So we have the word Christmas. Perfect. Then on the inside, Christmas is better together, which is great for the two of them. So then in here, I was thinking about putting the other verse. May all your days be filled with cheer, which would work really well too, but it doesn't fit on that label. So it's kind of reinforcing the original message. Christmas, okay, it's Christmas, yeah. Better together. And then here it says, like the full-on greeting, Merry Christmas. So that was my thought. Merry Christmas in pecan pie. Right in the middle and straight, hopefully. Okay. And then the trees, you probably didn't notice, I stamped them in Memento, but I added a little bit of soft seafoam. I was going to make them a darker green, but I think that would be a little bit distracting. So just a hint of color.